Hey y'all, and welcome back. So tonight's confession comes from someone who uncovered something massive, something that would shake anyone to their core. I've got Liv here, and she's about to share how she discovered that her boyfriend wasn't just hiding something, he was hiding an entire life. Liv, take us back to when things started feeling off.
Yeah. So I have been with my partner for 3 years. I'm 22, he's 21. He moved in with me last year and honestly, we were inseparable. We spent lockdown together, only apart for a few weekends here and there. On the surface, everything felt normal. Yeah.
Right.
So
no major red flags?
Well, the other day I saw a piece of paper he tried to hide under his laptop. It had a username and password for Snapchat. Something about it didn't sit right. I had a gut feeling. So I downloaded the app, logged in, and what I saw, it felt like my entire world flipped upside down. Well,
Classic gaslighting move. So what made you check?
not until recently. Lately, he was acting strange on his phone more than usual, taking these extra long baths, asking to be left alone, coming home late from work. I asked him about it and of course, he brushed it all off like I was overthinking. Not until recently.
What did you see?
Hundreds. Literally hundreds of conversations with random girls. I'm talking 300 plus names, most with emojis and cities next to them, like he was organizing them by location. I was shaking, my hands couldn't even hold the phone steady. And the worst part? They had no idea who I was.
What were the messages like?
They were all copy-paste conversations. He was telling these girls that his name was different, that he lived in another city, that my house was one of his properties. Said he owned multiple places, had this big successful business. He created a whole other persona.
So he was basically role-playing an entire fake life.
Exactly. And it didn't stop there. I opened his Snapchat memories, and I found folders full of explicit content. Screenshots from premium accounts, random nudes, videos, there were even pictures of him at events with people LV never seen before, in cities I didn't even know he'd been to.
Woo! That's not just deception, that's delusion.
It honestly felt like he was two people. Like I had only known one version of him. And there was a whole other version running wild behind the scenes.
So what did you do next?
He admitted it. Said he only used that account when we were arguing or when he felt unsure about us. That it was like an evil version of him would come out and he'd fall into this fantasy life. He told me he loved the thrill of pretending to be someone else.
So he knew it was wrong, but still did it?
Yeah. He didn't try to blame me or make me feel bad. I just wanted to know, why did he do it? He could not give me an honest answer.
You're grieving the version of him that you thought was real, and that grief is so real. But Liv, some people don't cheat for lack of love. They cheat because they're addicted to ego, fantasy, and control.
Exactly. I know I won't take him back. I know it's over. But I can't stop asking myself why. Like, how does someone compartmentalize love like that? Haven't slept. I feel sick. Anxious. Part of me wishes I never found out, but part of me's glad I did.
And you needed to find out, because even though it hurts, you're not living in the dark anymore. That's where healing starts. Even if it's messy and painful, you're not alone, Liv, and there's strength in choosing the truth. All right, y'all. Tonight's confession is one that hit me hard, and I know it's going to hit some of y'all hard too. It's from a woman who's been married nearly 2 decades with 3 kids, and what she went through will make you question everything about love, loyalty, and starting over. I'm joined tonight by Tasha, who's here to share what happened.
Yeah,
Tasha,
so, for about a year and a half, I had this gut feeling that something wasn't right between my husband and one of his coworkers. I kept asking about it, and every time, he'd swear up and down they were just friends. You know how that goes.
And let me guess, you wanted to believe him.
Exactly. I mean, we'd been together nearly 20 years. We've got 3 kids, an 11-year-old and 8-year-old twins. I didn't want to believe he'd risk all that. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. So I finally did something I never thought Elle would do: check our phone records. I nearly
Girl,
threw up.
what did you find?
They were on the phone constantly. Hours and hours. Every single day. He still swore it was innocent, that they were just talking. I felt so stupid, but I decided to fight for my family. He's in the military, and we were getting ready to move out of state again. I did not want to start over somewhere new, not after this, but I packed up our life and went. I told myself, I will do anything for this man.
And did he meet you halfway?
Not even close. Fast forward to almost a year after the move, he had to travel for work, and I knew she would be there. One day into the trip, he stopped texting. No calls, nothing. When he got back, he finally admitted it all. Said they had been sleeping together. Said they had taken trips, getaways together, not work trips like he told me. And then he said the words I'll never forget: I love her.
Whew, that's a knife to the chest.
He looked me in the eye and said, you will never understand what we have. You will never make me feel the way she does. Then he said he wanted a divorce. 2 weeks ago.
And now?
Now. He sat our kids down and told them we are separating. Then he dipped. Barely comes home. Does not look at me. Barely speaks to the kids. And on Thursday? He packed a suitcase and flew to her house. He has been gone all weekend. My kids are texting and calling him and he is ignoring them. Or if he replies, it is hours later with barely a sentence.
So he's been playing house with her and her kid while ghosting the ones he helped bring into this world?
Exactly. And that is what's breaking me the most. I can take the betrayal. I can take him walking away from me. But to watch him distance himself from our babies like this? That is not the man I married. That is not the father I knew. I feel like he is a complete stranger now.
You didn't just lose a husband. You lost the family you built. But you're not alone, Tasha. And tonight, someone listening is going through the same thing. You're helping them realize they're not crazy and that they're not the only one trying to hold it all together. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you.